Do you think he can win?
Yes.
That's awesome. Thanks for giving me your time.
You're welcome.
That's Holiday Road's race, and he is. And Holiday Road is number 1. I don't know where he is right now, but this is his race. Holiday Road just finished his race. Luckily, we're pretty sure he won, and yeah. Can I take a video?
Pretty long before I pulled the first up, and I just was real confident the first time I asked, just put another foot forward.
I think an older trotter, the 2-year-old was more start. First over impression.
You know, like I said, he's very mature. I was real pleased.
I was standing with Molly during this whole thing. I saw her behind me, and then I was just like, "Hey, Molly!" And she's like, "Oh, hey, Brendan!" And then that was on the final turn. Yeah. He starts coming in, and I'm jumping up and down like, "Yeah." Hey, Dad.
Now what I want to do is do the same as we did last year, break the leg. Give him a break. Huh?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
This is Muscle Hill. He's in the Hambletonian. We hope he'll do well. As you're about to see, here is my dad taking interviews after we just won the Peter Houghton with Holiday Road. So here are all the people interviewing him. There's the people interviewing him. There he is answering their questions. They've been waiting a while for this, for him to answer. A lot of people want to interview him. We might have only won that race, but now we still have to win the Hambletonian, so we have that to come. And in the 9th race, we have the Lone Ranger. Actually, in the 8th race, sorry. Okay. This is Brendan Peck, and I'm with Moira, the person who told me I should do this little documentary of my day. And right now she brought me into the NBC truck, so it's very cool. I'll give you a quick look around. You can see all the monitors. A bunch of people working. And in front of me right here you can see on a screen they're showing their show, and there's a person on horseback. So it's very cool to be. It's very interesting in here. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. I have a couple of questions for you today.
Sure.
Ready?
Go ahead.
One was, when you're traveling with the truck, what do you guys do with the satellite? Does it come down, or?
Yeah, we just fold the satellite down, put the awning in, and then we go to the next job.
So you kind of just travel. So you kind of just travel around like low places.
Well, we go from Canada to Texas, but we're out of Long Island.
Okay. Okay, my other question was, what's it like to do this kind of a job?
A lot of fun. It's a lot of pressure, because if any one cable breaks, we can be off the air. And if that happens, they don't ever hire you again.
And
so every job's got to be perfect.
And also, I remember earlier you were saying to me it's hard, like with the family.
Yeah, you never know when you're going to be off. The phone can ring at any time. Matter of fact, today, there was a plane crash over the Hudson.
I heard about that. I was at my table.
Right.
And one of the people at our table came late, and he said, "Oh, a helicopter crashed in the Hudson."
Right, and a helicopter hit a plane, and my other guy with my other satellite truck had to leave whatever he was doing to go there right away.
Wait, so what happened? What was the story? I was curious about that.
An airplane hit a helicopter carrying a bunch of tourists, and it went into the Hudson, and right now they're searching for survivors. I don't think there is any.
Oh, that's sad. Do you mind if I could take a look in the truck?
Go right ahead.
There are some controls. Right now I'm in the satellite truck. It's very cool, as you can see. It looks pretty tough because there are many, many buttons. Oh, reminds me of a question. Is it hard to, like as you can see, how there are like thousands of buttons? Is this an easy job?
It's very easy until something goes wrong.
Well,
as soon as something goes wrong, you have to know every one of those buttons and what they do.
so like when you were in training before you became an independent and ready to work, how long did it take you to memorize all these buttons here?
Oh, years. It took years.
So like if I asked you what's that button do, you could tell me?
Yes, I can. Pick a button and I'll tell you what it does. Just don't touch it.
What's that button do?
Alright. This button is just an on-and-off button. This, you're looking at the entire satellite right there.
Yep.
That's the whole satellite. And when I zoom in on it, that's our signal right there, and that's the guy next to me. So this is, if I come off the air, this will go away.
Wow. So like if someone was to come in and give you a test right now with every button, do you think you could probably get them?
I better.
So
We actually built this.
Oh,
You're
really?
one of my guys.
So you think you could probably get most of the buttons down?
I can get all the buttons down.
Wow.
I can tell you every button and what it's doing.
That is very impressive, because I was always interested in TV. I took the NBC tour, the studio in New York, twice, and I was always just interested. And I always thought to myself, my main question, but I always forgot to ask it, was how do you memorize that?
It's very simple. Think of it this way. It takes 2 wires to wire a light bulb. One with the electric coming in, one with the electric coming back. And just keep going from there. You got a TV picture, you got to get it from the big units downstairs. I've got to get it to here. I have to encode it. I have to put it on a station. I have to send it up to the satellite by adding power. I have to have a backup here. I have to aim the antenna at the satellite. I have to look at the video in here, see how good it is. Over here is what they call a stream monitor. And this will show me, when I get to go to decoding, this will show me every piece of computer information that's going on that we're putting out. So I can see all the information. You see there's no errors. That means everything's working perfect.
So basically what I just learned was, because I always thought you can use every button every day, but it seems like you do use quite a few of them.
You can use, depending upon what you're doing, you can use all the buttons.
So like a lot of the time you do end up needing to use basically every button?
Basically, yes.
Okay,
if we're switching out of this truck with 5 or 6 cameras, we're using every button. But we're not doing the switching. So that's why I'm the only one here. I'm just doing transmission. So it comes from me, it comes from them, it goes,
wait 1 second.
It comes from the big truck down there. They have all the technicians, the technical directors, the producers, and they put the whole show together. They send it to me. I have to get it from here up to a satellite, 22,500 miles above the equator. It comes back down in Burbank, California, and in Washington, D.C., and then it gets fed through fiber to New York, where it gets transmitted to the whole network.
Wow.
Okay, and then we can do this. And we can multi-screen everything. And we